Chosen one, you've been feeling it. A silence that isn't empty, but full of divine tension. A pause in the atmosphere, like the world is holding its breath. It's not confusion, it's not coincidence, it's alignment. The spiritual realm is shifting, and your love life is being touched by that shift. This isn't just another season. This is a divine transition. You've endured the weight of solitude. You've watched people pair off while you stood in the shadows, wondering if God had forgotten this part of your story. But the truth is, He didn't forget. He was preserving you. Because the love that's approaching, it's not ordinary. It's not temporary. It's sacred. A love that won't drain your energy. It will amplify it. A love that won't confuse you. It will confirm you. A love that doesn't fight your calling, but walks with it. This is not just about romance. This is about spiritual reinforcement. This is about someone who sees your soul before your face and feels your spirit before your words. And yes, this love is already on its way, closer than you think. But first, you need to understand why now and why you. There's a reason the timing feels supernatural, because it is. So stay with me, because by the end of this message, something inside you will awaken. You will understand what's been stirring in your heart. And you'll realize it wasn't longing, it was prophecy. If your spirit already knows this is for you, then like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment 99, because 99 is not just a number. It's a divine code for completion, for arrival, for promises fulfilled. Now breathe, center yourself, because what I'm about to reveal next will shift how you see love forever. Let's be honest, chosen one. There were nights you cried quietly, wondering why love seemed to pass you by, why every connection fell apart, why the people who promised to stay became ghosts, why every almost ended in disappointment. You questioned yourself. Was something wrong with you? Did you miss your chance? Were you cursed to be alone? But hear me now. You were never forgotten. You were never rejected. You were shielded. There's a kind of love that anyone can have. And then there's a kind of love that is so spiritually charged, so divinely orchestrated, that heaven won't allow it to arrive until everything is aligned perfectly, not just externally, but within you. God was not withholding love to punish you. He was protecting your energy, your heart, your calling. He saw what you couldn't see, the traps behind the smiles, the intentions behind the attention, and He intervened. He shut doors you begged Him to open. He ended relationships you thought were the one, not because He was being cruel, but because He knew something you didn't. The love you deserve requires a version of you that only isolation could create. Yes, your loneliness was divine protection in disguise, because not everyone can carry the weight of a chosen one's destiny. Not everyone can walk beside you without becoming jealous of your light. Not everyone can love you without trying to compete with your calling. And most importantly, not everyone is strong enough to love someone who's been through the fire and came out with a purpose. God didn't want you distracted by temporary affection. He didn't want you wounded by shallow souls. He didn't want your destiny delayed by partnerships that looked good but were spiritually poisonous. So He kept you hidden. He separated you, not as punishment, but as preparation. You weren't just waiting, you were transforming. Every moment of silence, every unanswered prayer, every lonely birthday, every romantic disappointment, it was all building something powerful within you. You were being positioned for divine alignment. Because when this love comes, and yes, it is coming, it won't be chaotic, it won't be confusing, it won't feel like chasing. It will feel like recognition, like exhale, like home. But don't get too comfortable yet, because what you're about to discover next will make you question everything you thought you knew about love. Get ready. The next revelation changes everything. Chosen one, Let's go deeper now. Because what's coming your way won't even resemble what you've experienced before. This is not a cycle repeating. This is a divine interruption. You've survived the kind of love that promised everything and delivered confusion. You've tasted the thrill of beginnings, followed by the slow, silent collapse into disappointment. People entered your life wearing masks, saying the right words, but never carrying the right spirit. And when they left, they didn't just take their presence. They left behind questions, wounds, and echoes that haunted your quiet moments. But hear me, every heartbreak was a revelation. Every betrayal was a training ground. Every ghosted message and silent goodbye was a divine redirection. You didn't just suffer, you learned. And the person you are now, you no longer crave attention, you crave authenticity. You're not impressed by charm, you search for character. You're not drawn to noise, you're magnetized by spirit. That's why this next love will feel radically different. It won't rush. It won't overwhelm. It won't confuse your nervous system or have your intuition screaming at you in the middle of the night. Instead, it will feel like a long, deep breath after years of holding yourself together. This love will speak your soul's language without translation. It will sense your storms without needing to ask for a weather report. It won't just see the light in you. It will honor it. Not as a threat, not as a burden, but as a sacred flame they were always meant to guard. You'll notice something new. You won't shrink. In fact, their presence will make you feel more like yourself, not less. You won't have to explain your journey. They'll already understand the language of pain, healing, and purpose. Because they too have walked through fire. They too have chosen solitude over chaos. They too have cried out to the heavens asking, "Where is my person?" And the answer is you. No more silent suffering. No more loving people who only offer fragments. No more pouring from a soul that's never been poured into. This love is not a rescue. It's a recognition. Two warriors meeting on the other side of the battlefield, not to fix each other, but to walk forward in strength, side by side. You won't have to perform. You won't have to prove. You'll just be, and that will be more than enough. But don't settle into comfort just yet. Because in the next moment, we're going to uncover how your energy is already pulling this person closer, without you even realizing it. And when you understand how powerful your current vibration is, you'll never again waste your energy chasing what isn't meant. Ready to find out? Then don't blink. What comes next is the turning point. Chosen one. What if I told you? It's already happening. Not next year, not months from now, now. Right now, even as you listen to this message, something powerful is shifting in the spiritual realm. A signal is being sent out. Not from your mouth, not from your mind, but from your energy. You see, your glow-up has nothing to do with looks, and everything to do with light. Because when you began healing, when you stopped chasing validation, when you chose peace over drama, when you finally said, "I will not settle ever again," you activated a spiritual frequency that only the right soul can hear. You became a beacon, a signal fire in the dark. And that fire? It's not chaotic, it's calibrated. Calibrated to attract someone who's not coming to complete you, but to resonate with you. The more you realigned with your higher self, the more you honored your boundaries, the more you let go of what was draining your soul, the clearer your spiritual signal became. And whether you realize it or not, that signal has already reached the one meant for you. Somewhere, in another city, another country, another corner of this vast world, there's someone feeling a shift in their own spirit. They don't know why they've started dreaming of you. They don't know why they're suddenly feeling the urge to move, to grow, to shift their life in a new direction. But deep in their soul, something is waking up, and it's you. You are their trigger. You are their activation. Your frequency is gently pulling them toward your orbit. This is not fantasy. This is quantum. It's how the universe responds to vibration. It's how spiritually connected beings are drawn together, not through effort, but through energetic resonance. Think about it. Haven't you been feeling a new level of inner calm lately? Like something has already changed, even if you can't explain it. That's not just intuition. That's preparation. That's your spirit making room for someone who's been searching for you, just as you are. They're not coming because you prayed harder. They're coming because you finally aligned with your truth. And that truth is magnetic. But there's something else, something even deeper. Because what you're drawing in isn't just a romantic partner. It's someone who's tied to your spiritual mission. Someone who holds a missing key to a purpose even you haven't fully unlocked yet. And that connection? It's already forming. In the unseen, in dreams, in feelings you can't explain, in divine coincidences that feel too perfect to ignore. You're not waiting, you're attracting. And the stronger you become in your authenticity, the faster this alignment moves toward the physical. But stay with me, because the next revelation will flip everything you thought about love upside down. You're not just about to be loved, you're about to be joined by someone who is meant to walk this divine path with you. The question is, are you truly ready for what that kind of love requires? Chosen one, what if I told you that this love that's approaching was never just about affection? What if I told you they're not just coming to hold your hand, they're coming to build the kingdom with you? This is not a romantic detour. This is divine collaboration. The world has tried to convince you that love is just about comfort, companionship, and chemistry. But you were never meant for average definitions. Your journey has been too deep, your fire too sacred, your purpose too explosive. So why would the person sent to walk beside you be anything less than extraordinary? This new connection is not coming to distract you from your calling. They're coming to activate the next level of it. They're not intimidated by your depth. They won't shrink from your intensity. They'll recognize it, because they carry a mission, too. They've also been through spiritual war. They've been hidden, misunderstood, tested, and refined. They carry scars that shine like yours. They've walked through fire and came out wiser, more focused, more surrendered to divine timing. And now, the universe is orchestrating a collision of callings. Because when two chosen ones come together, not from brokenness, but from alignment, everything shifts. This person won't just love you, they will understand you. The weight you've carried alone for years, they'll step under it without hesitation. The dreams you've kept quiet because they felt too wild, too risky, too holy, they'll speak life into them. You'll no longer feel like you're battling the world alone, because now you'll have someone beside you who sees the divine blueprint and says, "Let's build this together." This love will be a catalyst. It will accelerate your purpose. Not because they take over, but because they multiply your reach, your strength, your vision. You'll create together from truth. You'll heal together through presence. You'll rise together with purpose. And the impact? It will shake atmospheres. You were dangerous on your own, but together, you become unstoppable. This love is not coming to tame you. It's coming to ignite you. So don't be surprised if your life starts rearranging, if old cycles suddenly close, if people begin falling away without warning. That's not loss. That's preparation. Because divine unions require room to manifest. They come to shift timelines, to accelerate destinies, to fulfill promises that have been delayed until now. But don't exhale just yet, because the next part will unlock the final confirmation you've been waiting for. The signs, the whispers, the strange sensations you've been dismissing. They weren't random. They were prophetic. Chosen one, if you've made it this far, it's because something inside you already knows. Something sacred is approaching. And now, it's time to decode the signs. Because the universe has not been silent. It's been speaking in symbols, whispering through circumstances, nudging your spirit while the world remained distracted. You're not imagining it. You've been dreaming of someone you've never met. But somehow, their presence feels familiar. Not in a romanticized fantasy way, but in a deep, soul-level recognition, as if your spirit remembers them from a place time can't reach. These dreams aren't entertainment. They're previews, glimpses of a connection that already exists in the spiritual realm and is now preparing to take form in the physical. And what about the numbers? Have you noticed the constant repetition? 11:11, 2:22, 5:55. You glance at the clock, and there it is again. License plates, receipts, notifications. These aren't coincidences, they are codes. Divine timestamps reminding you, you are on schedule, you are in alignment, and love is on its way. There's been a shift in your internal world too. Peace, without reason. A strange sense of calm, even though nothing around you has changed. You no longer feel the ache of loneliness, just the anticipation of arrival. That's not your imagination. That's your soul sensing what your eyes can't see. And look closer at your external world. People who drained your energy are suddenly distant or removed. Doors you used to bang on no longer matter. Opportunities you once chased are now chasing you. This is the environment being cleared. Because when love this divine enters your life, there must be room. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Even nature is echoing it. Have you been noticing more butterflies, feathers, birds landing in odd places, unexplainable warmth in your chest during still moments? Those aren't just natural occurrences. They are heaven's way of saying, you're being watched over. Love is coming. Stay open. You've also been experiencing sudden clarity about what you want, what you won't accept, and what you were never meant to carry. That clarity isn't just personal growth, it's preparation. Because divine love cannot land in confusion. It needs a grounded soul with open hands and a clean heart. Even the silence you've been feeling lately, that eerie stillness, that's not absence, that's reverence. It's the universe standing still, holding its breath with you, as something sacred approaches. So don't dismiss these signs. Don't downplay these nudges. Don't rationalize away what your soul knows to be true. You are not crazy. You are connected. And when heaven begins to move, when the veil between spirit and form begins to thin, you don't need to chase. You simply need to recognize, because this love is already in motion. But stay right here, chosen one, because what I'm about to share next will tie everything together. This next moment will leave you forever changed. Chosen one, you didn't just survive loneliness. You outgrew what once broke you. You turned isolation into transformation. You learned to sit in silence until the silence started speaking back. And in the shadows where the world forgot you, God was building something unshakable. This was never about being rescued. This was about becoming. You didn't wait for love. You became love. You became light. You became alignment. And now, what's approaching isn't coming to fill a void. It's coming to reflect your wholeness. It's coming to meet you at your level, spiritually, emotionally, purposefully. No more begging to be seen. No more shrinking to be accepted. No more explaining your fire to people who fear the heat. This love will walk in with clarity, with purpose, with peace. Because heaven doesn't send chaos. Heaven sends confirmation. And this connection, it's not a fantasy. It's a divine strategy. Two souls, sharpened by the storm, aligned by obedience, meeting not by accident, but by prophetic design. Let this truth settle in your chest like thunder. You are not waiting for love. Love has been waiting for you to rise into your fullness. And now, you've arrived. You're ready, and it's time. So I want you to declare it in the comments right now. I'm ready for divine love.